following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
God, like, unctuously pushes you forward. I say,
No need to rush.
Oh!
No need to rush.
Oh! Then he'll, like, totter around in front of you as you arrive at the group. Oh! Please, to introduce, America foreign man, science doctor, this man. Know that you are in the presence of seventh most high under heaven, seventh seat of our Lord, Banner Marshal of the Grand Army of all Reformation, the flaming wheel and the steel tongue of and hammer, Kenja, mighty and strong. He makes an obsequious bow to the seated man, who is Swag.
I'm honored.
You're...
Is there any, like, customs I know of that I, like, have picked up that, like, there's something I should do here specifically that's, like, the appropriate greeting?
Yes, and I presume you do them.
Yeah.
Okay, you fawn obsequiously. I mean, that's what all of that sort of, like, extremely Eastern, proper honor stuff kind of looks like to me. There's a lot of, bowing and groveling and the correct way to kneel. It's kind of cool, but it's also takes some time to do.
The correct way to, like, bow and, like, politeness are fine, but, like, Thomas isn't going to do the unnecessary groveling, right? Like, it's just not in his character. But he'll, like, bow in the correct way and, like... So, yeah.
Yeah. You're a foreign man. You foreign man come here. You make crime solve for soldiers. Yes.
Yes.
Well, of course my son has done a lot. Silence!
Is he speaking to me in English or in Chinese?
English.
Because Thomas will speak back in Chinese.
You'll switch to Chinese. You solve for soldiers. Their problem.
Yes.
You will do that for me. You are honored.
Okay.
Oh,
What do you need?
okay. What do you need? Okay. Hang on. Okay. He's like, I want you to tell me how this guy is Red Banner. How he died. You tell me. Then we say more. He makes a dismissive gesture with his fan.
Then I'm, like, check towards the body.
River will sidle up to your side. Didn't
Hey.
expect to see you here. Although I suppose you wanted to play a game. I don't know how you got in, though.
Well, I wanted to play a game, is how I got in.
Sounds like something I'd say. Difference is I can walk through walls.
That certainly helps.
Some walls. I admire your restraint.
Well, when in Rome.
Since when?
Since I'm trying not to cause an international incident.
Well, we saw how well that went for the banner, huh? Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Woman should not interfere in acts of men.
You know I don't agree with that.
Yes, but I also don't want to piss off a powerful local lord, whose word is enough to kick out an international evil nation's army.
That's fair.
She bows to
Catch
you
up in a
3
bit.
times with her hands at her waist, and then returns to stand meekly beside your father. This is a thing.
Yeah. Do you want to know? So it's investigation on the body, isn't it?
Yes. This will be a very easy check, so feel free to exceed it by huge amounts.
I've rolled a 35.
Thank you. I knew I could rely on you to overkill every single roll you make. I especially love it. I especially love it when you go when you've clearly rolled a bad number and you're like, oh, that's just 25. Just like, oh yeah, that's 10 more than you needed most times. Right.
Yeah, but sorry.
This red banner soldier looks like he may have swallowed an explosive or something because he's exploded from the inside.
Right. Blue gloves.
It is most
Pick it up.
likely what killed him. You continue to do a further examination with your investigation kit gloves and little swabs and that, and you can definitely see signs of charring around the chest cavity, which would indicate an explosive of some kind. You also get a distinct smell that tells you maybe a powder bomb, some kind of chemical explosive like dynamite or something like that might have been used.
Yeah.
It looks like the explosion happened in the stomach. And it was probably powerful enough so that if anyone was standing right beside him, they would have been hurt but probably not killed. Death was most likely instantaneous.
I'll relay that information with, like, a level of detail. Like, that level of detail, right?
The Lord looks like, yes, I understand that. Yes, of course. And then he says, I do not understand that thing you say. You say dynamite. You say explosion. I don't... What is?
You have black powder?
He will confer with someone standing off to one side. Yes, I know of these things. I am wise.
Something like that.
So, you contend this man eat a firework, and it...
Yes, that seems to be the case.
Why would he do that?
Well, there are a few possible scenarios.
You tell!
One is that this was a suicide to withhold information an individual had. Another could be that there are several individuals implanted with such explosives that are triggered remotely. It could have been forced onto him, as opposed to being voluntary. There is also, of course, the possibility that this was a distraction to keep your eyes here as opposed to somewhere else.
gesture over to your father and say, "You tell. How? You tell why. You... Ah, of course, sagacious wisdom. This man exploded in the middle of a room while getting a glass of alcohol. He was in the middle of settling his accounts here, and then exploded. Of course, I am a witness. And the first thing I did was look at everyone else's reaction. Everyone seemed pretty surprised.
So unlikely to be a local group then.
Unless they have remote detonated black powder bombs the size of a baseball. And then can convince a red banner to swallow one.
So likely a distraction.
I don't know. I'd love to check out his personal effects, but they won't let me search his belongings.
I'll turn to the big guy, the man in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to look through his belongings?
No! Those belong to his sixth highest under heaven, the burning wheel.
I don't wish to take them. I just wish to see if there's more information that can be derived from them.
You may look with your eyes. A couple of soldiers will take you upstairs, where his things are. Some of them are charred.
Yeah, of course.
There's
what sort
his
of things
rocket
are?
pack. There's an official documents pouch, fastened shut with a lock, which of course is damaged by the explosive. There's his sidearm. There's like a couple of like pouches and like belt pouches, things like that.
I'll turn to my guards. I believe that might have pertinent information. Would it be possible for you to check if I could have permission to just touch that one?
One of them will run off downstairs. You'll come back up. No! No touch! You no touch. You take.
Sorry?
You not touch. Foreigner take. Sticky fingers.
I would be happy to commit myself to a search after the fact.
You use foreign magic. Only we touch.
Okay. Could you please open that for me?
Looking like he's afraid it might explode, he opens the, I'm assuming, first belt pouch on the left.
Yeah, the like the information pouch, but any of I do want to look through all of them at some point. Yeah.
Oh, okay. An information pouch.
Yeah.
Well, the flap being broken on the back, it like he opens it fairly easily and like it sort of opens it up.
Could you please remove the documents inside and then lay them on the ground so that I can read them?
Sure, he does that. Can you read German?
Yes. This
All
came
right.
up last time.
These documents detail in great detail. The continued research being performed at the official Red Banner outpost into... Can you guess? No? Okay. Into propellant.
Okay.
That's one of the things they were doing here.
Alright.
They were basically trying out some new mixtures of stuff. Of most particular importance was that the unsuitability as a fuel source this propellant would be, but what a fantastic weapon it could become.
Right. Is it similar in design to like what we found underneath the military base?
Why, yes, it is. The document pouch furthers a demonstration will be on offer when the American presence in Hong Kong is suddenly removed by their fabulous new explosive weapon.
So like there'll be some ideas to the amount of yield the explosive itself would have, right? Like how big would the amount of explosive need to be for the yield that happened inside the body?
Golf ball?
Golf ball.
The documentation will also imply that this does not scale in a linear manner. In fact, the more of it you have, the more the chain reaction will increase the yield.
Okay.
Meaning that small amounts can still be used for small things, but larger amounts will yield much larger results. And, as a benefit, it can be used to attack the West because it will seem like an ordinary dynamite or black powder bomb, because of the residue it leaves is identical, even though it is not. How ideal! Sadly, sadly, a dead end for the solid fuel, but for this, very useful.
I'm gonna memorize these documents.
See, this is why eidetic memory is banned for all future characters. Yeah, you can do that.
You can put these papers back in the envelope. Could you open
just
that pouch?
grab
over
them up
there,
and
if
stuff
you don't
them in
mind?
the thing. Right, it opens belt pouch number 1.
Hmm?
Yep.
What's inside it?
There appears to be some small hard candies.
Like in wrappers or just
Yeah,
there?
little wrappers. Little individually wrapped candies.
Could you please
Little-
open that?
Yeah, you'll open the little candies. They're in rice paper, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like a little candy. Like a black ball. I don't know if you know what those are.
I do, yeah.
Looks like one of them.
How big is it?
You know, marble. Small marble. Like a cat's eye.
Alright.
Thank you. And could you check the next one, please?
Next one over. The next one over contains 2 N-block clip with bullets.
How many pouches are there?
6.
6. I need to check the next one.
Looks like a bunch of paper, folded up neat.
Could you unfold one of these, please?
Okay, he unfolds it.
Is there anything on it?
Yes, writing.
Okay. What is this?
My dearest Gerhard, I am so pleased to learn that soon your tour in China will be over. You have been too long from the home, and the children miss you dearly. I am pleased to hear about your transfer to a regular guard post, the increased responsibilities and pay that our family sorely needs. Your mother has improved from her illness and sends her regards. Your father is, of course, still working in the manufacturing yards on, of course, a secret project that we cannot talk about or know about, which of course we do not. It is so wonderful that Hitler's cloned brain in a jar is such a fantastic leader, and everything goes right here. It is the perfect way of living, and everyone enjoys it. All hail Hitler's cloned brain in a jar, and his glorious regime, and forever Reich, that I love so much. Never before have I been so looking forward to a vacation time. It will be good to see the old cottage again. My grandfather's health proceeds poorly. We have no doubt that he will not live out the year, and it will be good for him to see you again when upon your return. Also, your old childhood friend Hans has been asking after you. He has a new job in the factory, with increased responsibilities as well. With love and dutiful service to glorious Hitler's cloned brain in a jar and his glorious regime. Long may he live and reign. Helen. XXX.
If I get them to unfold more of them, are they just letters like this?
Yes, they are broadly speaking like this.
Do any of them have, So you say broadly speaking. Are they all just letters from his wife? Or...
Some of them are from his children.
Ah, okay. It's so sad.
It's so sad.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get them to... I'm gonna read the letters. I'm assuming there's no pertinent information there, but it does pay to check.
It appears that whoever this was, they were going to be cycled back to East Germany fairly soon anyway. I'm sorry, there is actually one letter in here that is not from the family. Do you want the content of that?
Yes. From his mistress.
Attention! Unterleutnant Gerhard Schlader. It is a happy day for you and your family. You are being promoted to Untergruppenleutnant, and will presumably, therefore, be very gratified to continue service to Hitler's cloned brain in a jar and the glorious Reich which will last forever. And you will be doing this stationed as a guards captain at the Zeppelin construction facilities in Big Black Box. You will proceed there upon the next rotation out, and are required to bring back samples of the project. Your team's leader, Unterführer, have been instructed as to these methods. Your service is greatly appreciated. You will find enclosed permission to extend laugh times by 3 ha's at your next meal break. Stop.
Jesus Christ. Dystopia! Okay. Check the next pouch.
There is 3 bone dice. 6-sided.
Could you roll one of these for me?
Four.
Roll it again.
I'm gonna observe how it rolls to see if it's weighted or if it's just like
5.
he prefers to use his own dice or something, right? I rolled a 20.
Looks fine to you.
Man, what a 20. What a perfect 20. What a wonderful time to roll a 20.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah.
I love it.
I love how you've wasted so many of those tonight.
Like 3? Yeah.
You don't exactly need them.
Not nice, though.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 3, that's 4. So there's 2 more? 2 more?
Sure.
Check 'em.
There's a pencil and some folded paper and an eraser wrapped in cardboard with like the Red Banner emblem on it and Red Banner Stationery Shop logo.
The folded up paper in this one?
You unwrap it, or you have them unwrap it and you read it.
Yeah.
It reads, John Armstrong, Level 7, American Military Gunner. Strength, 16. Dexterity, 16. Constitution, 9. Intelligence, 8. Wisdom, 7. Charisma, 12. And so on. It's a character sheet.
It's a character sheet.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Explains the dice, I guess. Yeah, check the last pocket.
Inside this is a small, what looks like hand-carved train with little spinny wheels.
Nice.
And a folded-up pocket knife.
Right. I'll get them to open the knife.
It's a knife.
It just looks like it was the knife he used to carve the hand-carved train, presumably.
Most likely.
Right. Put everything away. And the documents about the explosives, does it say what sets it off?
It does not.
Could you bring one of those candies down with us, if you don't mind?
That's yes.
Get back downstairs.
Yep, there you are.
So, he seems to have been involved working on a kind of a newly developed kind of explosive, and we actually found the same kind underneath the America facility. He had a number of these candies on him. Perhaps they are just candies, but my suspicion is that they are samples of the explosive. But I could be wrong.
These are powerful.
Well, in large quantities it is, yes.
I see. Then, naturally, all of this man's things and stuff belong to us now.
Certainly.
Okay. Turns to one of the guys. Clean up this mess. Get rid of the meat. Ugh! You foreigners may go about your puny lives.
You know where to find me if you need anything else.